Welcome back to Abiding Trails. I'm Chasity, and I want to open with a question worth sitting in instead of answering right away. When was the last time you felt fear because of your dog? Not fear of your dog, but fear of what someone might say, fear of how a walk might go, fear of what the next headline might do to your stomach. If you own a bully breed, that's not hypothetical. That's just a regular Tuesday. I want to say clearly that fear makes sense. It's a reasonable response to a real environment, and I'm not going to tell you you're wrong for feeling it. What I will say is that we weren't designed to be led by it, and there's a real difference between feeling fear and being governed by it. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control." Three things, three different jobs. Power, dunamis in Greek, the same root we get from dynamite, isn't dominance or aggression. It's the capacity to act from strength instead of react from panic. It's the space between seeing the trigger and choosing what happens next. Love connects straight to 1 John 4:18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. When your focus is on the dog in front of you instead of the worst case scenario, your brain is inventing about a stranger across the street. Fear loses its grip. Not because the risk disappeared, but because love is louder than the threat. And self-control, a sound, disciplined, and prepared mind, matters because fear thrives in an unprepared mind, filling every blank with the worst possible outcome. A prepared mind closes those gaps before fear gets the chance. Isaiah 41:10 is one of the most direct do not fear passages in all of Scripture, and I want you to count the promises packed into one verse. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I am with you. I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you. 5 active promises. God doesn't say fear not because there's nothing scary. He says fear not because I am with you inside the scary thing. That's a completely different kind of courage than pretending the fear isn't there. Think about Peter in Matthew 14, stepping out of the boat onto the water. As long as his eyes stayed on Jesus, he was walking on waves that should have swallowed him. The second he looked at the wind instead, the second the environment became bigger in his mind than the one who called him out there, he sank. That's the exact trap on a walk with a reactive prone dog. Stare at the trigger and you sink into the anxiety, and your dog sinks right alongside you because they're reading your body the entire time. And here's the part that connects this straight to your leash. Experienced trainers and behaviorists consistently observe that tension travels down the leash. A dog reads its owner's physical state in real time, often before the owner has consciously registered it themselves. I'll be honest, I can't hand you a specific study with an exact mechanism right now, so take that as a well-supported pattern from experience rather than a settled scientific fact. But it lines up with what most of us have lived. Your grip, your breathing, your posture become your dog's environment, which means staying grounded isn't just good for your own nervous system. For a breed already navigating a world that decided what it is before it met them, your steadiness is a form of advocacy in the most practical sense there is. Romans 8:15 puts it plainly. You did not receive the spirit of slavery to fall back into fear, but you have received the spirit of adoption as sons by whom we cry, Abba, Father. Fear is slavery. It dictates your route. your schedule, your posture, your whole day. Faith is freedom, not the freedom of pretending nothing's hard, but the freedom of knowing who you belong to and walking accordingly. So, what does this look like on an actual Tuesday? 30 seconds before you clip the leash, breathe. Say a verse out loud. Reset your shoulders before your dog ever reads your body. Know your specific triggers ahead of time: bikes, other dogs, a particular stretch of sidewalk, and have a practiced response ready so you're not constructing one under stress. Script your public answers so "he's friendly and well trained" is already sitting in your mouth instead of something you have to build on the spot. The mountain on the faith over fear hat isn't decorative. In scripture, mountains are the immovable looking things. Breed stigma looks like a mountain. Reactivity, anxiety, looks like a mountain. Faith doesn't pretend the mountain isn't there. It keeps walking toward it anyway, because it knows who has authority over what's in front of it. That's not fearlessness. Fearlessness pretends there's nothing to be afraid of. Faith acknowledges the fear and walks anyway. We're getting close. The Abiding Walk Box launches September 1st. Waitlists open, links in the show notes. Keep your eyes off the wind this week, and I'll see you next Monday.